Hello everyone, I'm Paul and this is problem 3514. Number of unique XOR triplets 2. This is a medium problem, so let's see how to solve it step by step. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, I highly recommend you to watch that video first. It's in my channel. There are two main differences with part 1. The first one is that the array that we are given is not necessarily a permutation of numbers in the range from 1 to n. The array can include any number in the range from 1 to 1500, which means that our solution from part 1 is not useful here. We have to think about something else. Luckily for us, here in the constraints, it says that the length of this array can be of up to 1500, which is relatively small. So maybe you are thinking about iterating every possible triplet with a triple nested for loop. This requires big O of n to the power of 3 time complexity. We could do this with a triple nested for loop and 3 pointers, I, j, and k. So first we are looking at 3 number ones, which means that we are at this scenario. The result after the XOR operations is 1. Next we move the k pointer, so we are looking at the triplet 1, 1, 3, meaning we are here. The result would be 3. Next we move k again, so we are in this scenario, the result is 5. Now we reach the end with k, so we update j and we reset k back to where we have j. We are looking at the triplet 1, 3, 3, so we are here. Then we move k, so we are looking at this scenario. Then we move j again, it's here. So we are looking at this scenario and so on. So let's say that we store these results in a set to avoid duplicate values. The length of the set would be given by the number of unique values. They are 1, 3, 5, and 7. Given that they are 4, the result in this example would be 4. Now this is technically correct, but it requires a time complexity of big O of n to the power of 3. And 1500 to the power of 3 is right on the edge. This will throw time limit exceeded. So we need to reduce this just a little bit. I will show you how to go from n cubed to n squared. As you can see here, we are repeating a lot of pairs. Here we have 1 XOR 1, here we have the same, here we have the same, then here we have 1 XOR 3, and here we repeat the same, then here we have 3 XOR 3 2 times. So maybe we can find a way to avoid these repeated operations. Remember that in XOR we don't care about the order of numbers. For example, if we do 1 XOR 3 XOR 5, this is equal to 7. And this is exactly the same as 3 XOR 1 XOR 5. This is also 7. And this is very important because it means that first we can iterate every possible pair in the array and store the corresponding XOR values. So we store the result of 1 XOR 1, 1 XOR 3, 1 XOR 5, 3 XOR 3, 3 XOR 5, and 5 XOR 5. We store these results, and then from each of these results we can iterate every value in nums with a nested for loop and get the final values. Okay? So how do we iterate every pair? Well, with a nested for loop, we say that the I pointer is here, the j pointer is here. First we have 1 XOR 1 and the result is 0. Then we have 1 XOR 3 and the result is 2. Then 1 XOR 5, the result is 4. Then we have 3 XOR 3, the result is 0. Then we have 3 XOR 5, the result is 6. And finally 5 XOR 5, the result is 0. And we can store these values in a set, so the final set has 0, 2, 4, and 6. Now these are all the unique results for pairs in nums, but we need triplets. So we can iterate nums once again, and from each number we take the current value XOR each of the values in the set. So we will have another set for the result, which is initially empty, and first we do 1 XOR 0. The result is 1, then we do 1 XOR the next value in the set, 2. The result is 3. Then 1 XOR 4. The result is 5. Finally 1 XOR 6, and the result is 7. So this will be the final set up to this moment. Next we continue with number 3. From here we have to iterate every value in the set for pairs. We do 3 XOR 0, 3 XOR 2, 3 XOR 4, and 3 XOR 6. If I'm not wrong, the results are 3, 1, 7, 5. We have these numbers in the result already, so now we can continue with the next value, 5. From this number, we have to iterate every value in the set. So we start with 5 XOR 0, and 5 XOR 2, 5 XOR 4, and 5 XOR 6. If I'm not wrong, again, the results are 5, 7, 1, and 3, and we already have these numbers in the result. Now we have already iterated all the numbers, so we end the loop here, and these are all the unique values for triplets. So the result is the length of this set, meaning 4. And by doing this, we solve the problem in big O of n squared plus n times the number of unique elements. Why? Well, first we are iterating every pair in nums with 2 pointers. This requires n squared. And then from each number in nums, we are iterating every value in this set. So this is overall roughly n squared. And space complexity would be big O of the number of unique elements because of these 2 sets. So with this in mind, let's go with the code. First, we can say that n is the length of nums. We have a set. This is the first set, and we are calling this scene. It's initially empty. Now we need to iterate pairs, so for I in range n, for j in range, remember that we can repeat the same element, so we go from I to n, and every time scene.add the result of nums I XOR nums j. Now we can move to the next part. We need to get the final result. This is another set, and now we can say for I in range n, and for every value in scene, result.add, and here we add the result of nums I XOR the current value. After doing this, we want to return the number of unique elements, which corresponds to the length of the final set result. So let's submit this and see if it works. As you can see, this works and it's very efficient. So if you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.